So this month, I'm going to be bringing you a lot of tips about how to bring Shakespeare plays to life in your classroom. And I want to introduce you to the real key to my success from the past several years, and that is the foam sword. So you can't even see it all on frame, and it's about 4 feet long. And I cannot take credit for this. My dear husband, Andrew, also an English teacher, first made these for his classroom when they were reading a play. And I was like, I need some of those. So he showed me how to make them. And between us, we have a set of 4 of them now, and they're very durable. I just want to show you how you can make a good, heavy duty, but not dangerous foam sword for the fight scenes in your classroom. So what you're looking at here is actually about a 4-foot piece, is that 4 foot? Maybe 3-foot piece of PVC pipe. So you go to the Home Depot or Menards or Lowe's, you look for the PVC pipe, like in the plumbing section, and you find the 3/4 inch thickness, and then you find somebody and you ask them to cut you a 3-foot piece. Or maybe you have PVC cutters in your house, you do it yourself, but assuming you don't, they will cut it for you. Then you go to the dollar store and you buy a pool noodle. So I've been delighted to see that they've started carrying pool noodles all year round because people use them for different crafting. And that's important that you get the 3/4 inch PVC pipe, because what you're going to do is cut your pool noodle in about half of like a standard one. And don't get like the extra cushy, expensive one, just the cheaper the better. And you're going to shove the PVC pipe as far into the pool noodle as you can. And I like to leave about 6 inches or so sticking out of the pool noodle for your handle. You definitely don't want it to go out to the other side. In fact, I think mine ends probably right around here. Just the PVC sticking out of the pool noodle. Forgot to add, get the caps at the hardware store for 3/4 inch PVC pipe. So get one to put on the end. You don't need one inside of this. And then you need a roll of duct tape. I like to use plain silver duct tape for like the blade of the sword, if you will. And then I like to use a different color for would this be the hilt, I guess, of the sword? I don't know my sword terminology super well, but I know the foam swords. And so what you're going to do is just start at the top, and I like to do a few like flat pieces over it, and then like kind of go, I think it works best if you like fold it like long strands of tape down. You can kind of see like it folds over here, and then go all the way around, make sure you don't have any gaps, and just like squeeze it so it's flat. And then after you've done the silver part, then just start at the end here and then just wrap rows of the colorful tape there. So these are durable. I've had this set for at least 4 years, and they've taken a literal beating and they've been just fine. So once you have these together, they're really great to keep in the classroom. So if there is an impromptu fight scene, for example, it's always helpful at the beginning of Romeo and Juliet when the Montagues and the Capulets are feuding. We make a big production out of that. I like to lay these out, and kids get curious about, can we use those? Like, yes, we can, but you have to read something first. And they're like, oh, I will read anything if you let me smack my friend with a foam. Especially in the scene where Tybalt stabs Mercutio under Romeo's arm. That's confusing and difficult, and having these helps act it out. Can you go get like foam pirate swords at Dollar Tree during Halloween? Absolutely. Use whatever works for you. But these are really durable, and they have like this like weight to them that just makes them very satisfying. So what I always tell students when I'm using them in class is that you're never hitting a person's body. You are hitting their sword. You're not trying to smack at them when their back is turned or anything like that. You lose your sword privileges for the rest of the year. And we do a couple of practices with them in slow motion. And sometimes I'll turn them over to students if they're choreographing a scene or something that they're performing for the class. They're a lot of fun. I mean, altogether, like I think these cost probably like $5 per sword. If you get a few pieces of PVC pipe and 2 pool noodles you can split in half, you can really make a classroom set for like under $20. So fun little English classroom investment, and I hope that helps you in your drama teaching adventures.